my lovely friends, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. I am very excited to share this fun practice with you. We'll try to build all the strength necessary for forearm balance. It won't be easy, but try to put your best effort into this practice, take breaks if necessary, stay patient, and repeat the sequence as often as necessary until it becomes easy and you can confidently do the forearm stand. If you're ready, step onto the mat and we will begin. Let's start to warm up into the shoulders. So circle one of your shoulders backwards. Circle it forward. Change sides. And forward. Good, both of your shoulders backwards, creating a lot of heat and warmth in the shoulders. They will carry a lot of weight in the forearm balance. Forward. And bring it down. Very good. Let me turn around. Grab hold of the block. Place the block against the stomach so that you can really place it then in between your forearms. Elbows bent at 90 degrees. Elbows shoulder distance apart. I might be here a little bit closer. And I will be really squeezing into the block with all the strength of our forearms, shoulders, and we hold it here as we squeeze for 10 counts. 1, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, work your muscles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Deep breath. Let's do this one more time. Finding a nice angle between the elbows. Good, squeezing it. 1, 2, with all your effort, with all your energy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze harder. 10, very good. Set the block aside, reach the arms out to the side, and I will be bouncing them. Backwards, squeezing the shoulder blades to touch and really opening through the chest. We'll do it for about 15 more seconds. Sit tall with a straight back. Interlace the fingers behind the back, open through the chest. Deep breath. And slowly release. Transition forwards into the tabletop onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders. Shoulder protraction and retraction. So with the next inhale, lift the chest up as high above the floor as possible. Spread the shoulder blades apart and squeeze the tricep in. On the exhale, sink the chest down, elbows remain straight, and bring the shoulder blades to touch. You will feel them touching. Let's go, 10 more. A little more weight in your hands rather than on the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk the hands a little farther forward, tuck the toes, come up. Plank. We'll go plank to forearm plank. If necessary, bring the knees down, or might be challenge yourself and try to hold it here, knees above the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, change sides. So now if you were coming up with the right, start coming up with the left. 1, 2, strong core. 3, last 2 times. 4, 5, very good. Find your forearm plank. We are holding it here for 1 minute. Align the shoulders above the elbows. Spread the shoulder blades, lift the chest up. Engage into your abdominal muscles, strong legs. Feel that it's a full body workout here. Every muscle is engaged. You're recruiting as much strength as possible. And at the same time, you're trying to keep your mind very still and peaceful. Your breathing is slow and deep. Your body doesn't affect how you feel, how you think. It's the last 20 seconds here. A little bit more of effort. Press the floor away in the forearm plank here so that you can really teach your body how to do that in the forearm balance when things will get harder. 5 seconds. Good. Come up onto your hands. Shift back downward facing dog. Inhale, walk the feet forwards. Come down onto the floor. Lowering down onto your back. Coming into the low boat position. Lower back is on the floor. Chest and shoulders lift as high up forward as possible. Legs straight, point the toes, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. 20 more seconds. You're doing great. Crunch the chest a little bit higher. Make sure the lower back doesn't lift off the floor. No tension there. Very good. From here, halasana to seated forward fold. Roll back, feet over the head. And shift forward, forward fold. Reaching forward through the arms, flex the feet. Let's go a few more times. Let's try to softly and silently land the legs on the floor here. Don't jump the heels onto the floor. So really engage into your legs, engage into the core. 3 more times. One. Two. Well done. Three. Let's come back into the low boat. Scissor in the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A few more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Just hold the low boat. Final couple of seconds to burn it out. Woo. Well done. Oh, release. Oh, take a deep breath. This was tough. This was challenging. I really feel the burn through my abdominal muscles right here. Rock yourself up. Extend your legs forward. We'll rest in a seated forward fold as we stretch. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold forward. The flexibility through the backside body will really help us approach forearm balance in an easier way, because the closer we can walk towards the elbows, the easier we can kick and lift, or in the future press. So yeah, flexibility makes everything strength related easier. It gives you a better range of motion. It allows you to jump higher, run farther, you know. So we think that it's not necessary, but actually it's really important. And it makes a difference in how you feel. Just a few deep breaths here. Reaching forward. Beautiful. Slowly come up. Might be try to lift forward without using your hands. Let's go through vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forwards. Bring the forearms down into the forearm plank. We'll go for core lifts here in forearm plank. So lower the hips down, hovering above the floor, chest up, and back into the forearm plank. A few more times. Chest up, and engage the core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 2, 9, 10, very good. Readjust, we are coming into the forearm side plank, holding it here for 30 seconds. Engage into the left side of your body. Your left shoulder, press the floor away through the left forearm. Back onto the forearm plank. Let's change the sides. Forearm side plank here. Work it, breathe through this. You're doing great. It's not easy. Lots of long holds in the plank, lots of core work. I feel it in every single muscle of my body, believe me. Just a little longer here. Unfortunately, I lost track of time. I don't remember how long we've been holding it here. So give it 5 more seconds. But feels about right. Come back onto the forearm plank, lower the hips down, coming into the sphinx pose to warm up into the back, work into the arms a little more, shoulders, elbows underneath the shoulders, if necessary a little further forward. Pull the hands to the feet, don't push, pull. Lift the elbows slightly off the floor, open wider across the chest, and keep the shoulders down onto your back. Keep breathing. Keep pulling through the hands back to the end of the mat. You see the wave underneath my arms? Forearms, that means I'm really pulling because the floor is slippery. Very good. Release. Come up onto your hands and knees. At this point, we'll grab hold of 2 blocks and we'll place them like this here in front of us, just with a little bit of distance and space between the blocks. We'll go for the shoulder stretch in a puppy pose. Grab hold, hands on the blocks, might be on the farthest edge, knees a little farther back so that your hips remain on top of the knees. And first we'll start with a very active variation. So instead of just sinking the chest down, we'll tuck the tailbone, hug the stomach in, contract through the core, and we feel as if there are counteraction, as if there is a counteraction in the body. The core and shoulders are working in the opposite directions. Holding it here, we call it a hollow body position. This way we are building more strength in the shoulders and active flexibility. 3 more breaths. 1, 2, 3. Very good. From here, we'll fully relax and we'll sink the chest as close to the floor as we can. Might be your chest is not reaching to the floor yet. You can bring the forehead down to the floor and just hold it there. Slowly lift up onto the hands, set the blocks aside, grab hold of your strap. We're using everything that we can today. I will fold my strap twice, grabbing hold of the buckle. We'll be flossing the shoulders. Again, working through the mobility through the shoulders. Straight arms. Start wide with your hands and very slowly notice how far you can circle backwards. Again, slowly. Don't rush, don't force it. If necessary, spread the hands wider apart. But try to hold both of your arms straight and circling through both of your shoulders at the same time. Three more circles. One last time. Very good. Set the strap aside. You can fold forward into the child's pose or just close your eyes. Sit tall here. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Let's take about 3 deep breaths here before we continue with the rest of this very strong practice. We'll continue with the dolphin pose, but first we'll come up into the downward facing dog. We'll be lowering into the dolphin, if necessary, 1 elbow at a time. So like this, 1 elbow, the other elbow, come up, come up. Elbow, elbow, come up, come up. Might be if you want an extra challenge, you'll bring both elbows down and up. As you bring the elbows down, try to keep them shoulder distance apart. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring the elbows down. Find your dolphin. Now we'll go for 10 dolphin push-ups. Nose as close to the big fingers as you can, and then back. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Hold your dolphin pose for a little bit. Beautiful, lift up. Walk the hands forward. Final push. I know your arms already cannot take it anymore. Lower down forearm plank. Working a little bit in the hip flexors as we pull the knee into the tricep. Trying to pull it as close as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Come up. Step the right foot forward. We'll stretch into the quads a little bit. Because now we'll warm up into the wheel pose, forearm wheel, which I definitely recommend doing if you're trying to find the balance in a forearm stand away from the wall, because most certainly you'll be falling over into a forearm wheel. So your body needs to be ready to do that. That means you need to warm up for that pose before you start practicing forearm stand, especially in the beginning when you are learning. Because when you're not scared of that pose, there will be less fear of falling and losing the balance in a forearm stand. All right? So stepping forward, let's approach the wheel pose from the floor, from the mat. We won't be staying there for a long time, and we'll really try to open through the shoulders as we push the chest in between the arms, mainly focusing on that area of this back bend. Lower onto your back. Deep breath. Once we lift into the wheel pose, then we'll try to lower into the forearm wheel straight away. Bring the hands next to the ears, fingers facing towards the heels. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, push yourself up. Push the chest forward in between your arms, holding it here for 10. 1. Trying to straighten through the legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk the feet in. Might be lowered down into the forearm plank or forearm wheel, or lower down onto the floor. I love this pose because it really feels gives such an amazing stretch through the shoulders. Hold it here a few more breaths. If possible, come back up onto your hands, then chin to the chest, and slowly lower down onto the floor. Let's take a few deep breaths in here. Rock yourself up. Beautiful. Now we'll turn the mat towards the wall and I'll meet you there. So now we are at the wall, but before we come into the forearm stand by the wall, let's do this one exercise to really notice how it feels to be upside down. So to check the distance, bring your leg onto the wall. So one leg away from the wall, place it back and down, reach your hands onto the wall, and then forearms onto the wall. We are trying to find L shape in the body, or as close to the L shape as we can feel it. Beautiful. Might be you need to walk the feet a little close, a little farther. Just try to really listen to your body and finding this alignment without seeing it. Beautiful. So align from the elbows to the hips and from the hips towards the heels. Make sure your elbows are shoulder distance apart. You're pressing through the forearms into the wall, sinking the shoulders away from the ears. And already now you can feel how much strength it requires, even though right now you are not even bearing the weight of your body on your hands. But I really feel in my upper arms and my shoulders. Let's hold it here, just a few more breaths. Pulling the stomach in. 1. Depends on the flexibility through your shoulders. Might be you need to sink through the chest a little bit closer to the floor. 2. 3. Slowly come up onto your hands, onto your feet standing. Now turn around, keep the feet in the same place. Bring the hands to the floor and lower down. Beautiful. Now we'll try a few forearm stands by the wall. So there is nothing that we can be worried about because we won't be kicking. So most probably, hopefully you're safe. Good. Your feet will be on the wall. So if you're trying it for the first time, take it easy. Take breaks. First watch how I do it and then try to repeat it, all right? So bring your forearms onto the floor. Check the distance between the elbows by hugging the hands, fingers around the elbows. Forearms forward, so you can interlace the fingers. You can spread the fingers on the floor like this, or you can bring the palms together. I will do it like this. Elbows shoulder distance apart. Lift the knees off the floor and make just a small step onto the wall. That's it. Holding it here with the knees bent. A few breaths. 1, 2. Melting the chest to the wall. 3, 4. Make sure you're not walking the feet too high up on the wall. They're just here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the feet down, knees to the floor, sit the hips to the heels. Take a few deep breaths. So now we will try to do the same, but might be feet just a little bit higher, and we'll go knees bent, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, straighten the legs. As we straighten the legs, you will feel that your hips are coming over the shoulders and it's becoming much harder. So might be today you won't be able to straighten the legs fully. That's absolutely fine. Do your best and take it easy. Do as many times as you can. Once again, check the distance between the elbows, forearms forward, or hands, fingers forward. Walk the feet onto the wall, bend the knees. Straighten, bend, straighten, bend. A few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last 2, 7, 8. Very good. Bring the feet down, knees down, come up. So in the beginning, once you come upside down, you absolutely lose the understanding of your body. Like you don't know where your legs are, where your arms are, whether your hips are above the shoulders or not yet there. So I do recommend to really record yourself and notice whether you are close to the L shape in your body or which direction you should be moving. And then once you come upside down, just take it slow, focus, and learn it. With the time, with the practice, you will be noticing the difference and your body will allow you to make this line. Elbows, shoulders, hips. All right? Now, this will be one last hold. We'll try to hold it for approximately 30 seconds with the straight legs, as straight of the legs as possible. Ready? Let's try. Check the distance between the elbows, hug them in. Come up. Holding it here. 1. Push the floor away. Through the forearms, push up. Chest is moving towards the wall. Right now you can be looking towards the wall just because it's easier for the neck. It's where the gaze is shifting or dropping naturally. But of course, when you come up into the forearm balance, you'll be looking somewhere in between your forearms. Very good. This must have been around 30 seconds. Sit the hips to the heels, take your child's pose. Slowly come up to seated. If you still have a little energy left in your body, a little strength left in your shoulders and forearms, you can try these exercises, these holds by the wall a few more times. I recommend starting with 30 seconds, might be less than 30 seconds in the beginning, but then lifting it up to 30, 45 seconds, might be a whole minute. And I want you to really feel comfortable and strong while your feet are resting on the wall. And then you'll feel that you're ready to step away from the wall and take your legs all the way up. So small steps every day, every time you practice, building a little bit more strength, a little bit more confidence, trusting the process, trying not to rush it, and really enjoying every single step. So if you like this practice, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm leaving you here for today. Yeah, that's it. I said it all. I'm leaving you here for today, and I hope to find you on the mat, to see you on the mat soon again.